Toy Story 2? Sure, why not? Click below to watch the original Sins video. The text is awkwardly placed over the movie logo.
Even though this movie is great, like a solid A, that doesn't change the fact that it's the third best Toy Story film.
Actually, I would say that this is the second best Toy Story movie, and if your response to that is to think that it's dumb to add sins for completely subjective opinions, then congratulations on almost getting the point.
Seriously? Buzz breathes like a discount Darth Vader, and he's white too?
Sending a Star Wars parody for including elements from Star Wars. Also, what does Buzz being white have anything to do with anything?
I know Gary Reinstrom is a big part of the sound of this movie, but damn dude, how many times are you gonna go to that Star Wars well?
Again, this whole segment is a very obvious Star Wars parody. This is like sending Spaceballs because this guy's helmet is too similar to Darth Vader.
Back to Andy's room.
After all that trouble hiding, Woody will now ride the back of a dog in full view of anyone who cares to look up.
Bitch, what do you mean look up? They are on the ground.
Say hello to the prospector!
Do you get the sense that Joan Cusack signed up for this because she thought it was the sequel to Toys? Oh wait, nobody would do that. Stupid question.
This actress was in another movie with a similar name that was bad, and that's a sin for some reason.
Al's coming. Go on, Jesse.
Yes, go, and somehow clean up all those styrofoam peanuts on the floor, and put away the videotapes, and turn off the TV, and Jesus, this is hopeless, isn't it?
I'll give you all of the other stuff, but the TV is already turned off. There is no way that the cheese puffs would have spread this far out, falling this way onto a carpeted floor.
No, officer, I swear.
Somehow Pixar thought this would be hilarious dialogue for a suddenly awoken creepy guy to say. No idea where they were going with that, but it's creepy as hell.
This very obvious bad guy who you're already not supposed to like is being too creepy for Jeremy's liking.
The road that was pretty much abandoned a minute ago will decide to be the hardest level of Frogger ever, so the heroes have a challenge.
You are aware that this is something that happens in real life all the time because of these things called traffic lights, right?
You can't rush art.
You hear that, Marvel?
This video came out in December of 2015. Even as a Marvel fan myself, I'm going to have to take a sin off for this joke aging like fucking wine.
Why is the automatic door open and working, but the closed sign is still in the window? Someone didn't do their job all the way.
It took me about 20 seconds of research to discover that automatic doors still work when the store is closed, because the employees still have to come in. Like, you know, what literally just happened 5 seconds ago in the movie.
These toys all just saw a human worker come in here, but now they're spreading out just openly wandering around shouting Woody, as though no humans could be nearby.
Wait, so you do remember that a worker just came in using the automatic door. So what was all that bullshit about it not working when the store is closed about?
You know, they make it so you can't defeat Zurg unless you buy this book. It's extortion, that's what it is.
Wait until you get to the era of DLC and in-game purchases, T-Rex. You got it good right now, trust me.
Another really good joke from Jeremy that only seems to have gotten more relevant as time has gone on.
Movie thinks that if it swaps in a second Buzz in place of Woody, then I'll overlook the fact that it's literally repeating an entire scene from the first movie. You know how the rest of this goes at this point, right? Movie is wrong.
Yeah, you're not supposed to overlook this. This scene is deliberately supposed to be a clever play on what happened in the first movie.
These Barbies know how to party. One question though, why didn't they let any of the Ken dolls join the bash? They'd be in the same aisle, right?
I think it's actually pretty common for toy stores to only stock Barbies and not Kens, considering how much more popular Barbies are.
Somebody love me.
Damn, this scene's going to appeal to my soft side and make me remove sins, isn't it?
Huh, I didn't know you had a soft side. Just kidding. And also, yeah.
Imposter Buzz is able to pull this vent out.
I know this isn't your fault, but the use of the words imposter and vent awakened my Among Us related PTSD.
You know, I think that buzzer owl went to his head.
These idiots still haven't figured out they've got the wrong Buzz.
These guys have no reason to assume that Buzz has been replaced. So think about it like this. If your friend started acting strangely, your gut reaction would probably be, huh, my friend is acting strangely, and not, huh, I think my friend has been kidnapped and replaced by someone who looks exactly like them. I'm sure you would eventually start getting suspicious, but something really extreme would have to happen before you did.
Hello? That looks like a thing I can't see since my eyes are covered.
There were noises coming out of the vent.
You're a child's plaything.
Well, that sounds wrong. Buzz's finger clips through the blue button on his chest. Also credit to Quentin Magician from the comments on the original Sins video for noticing that.
You're a child's plaything. You are a toy!
Symmetry.
I thought this was actually pretty clever, but sinners gotta sin, I guess.
Right. No one heard or saw him exit the box and walk over here and do this. Totally. Also, Stinky Pete tightens the screws on this vent, the only method Andy had for escape.
That is not Andy.
Also, Stinky Pete tightens the screws on this vent, the only method Andy had for escape, but didn't do this any time earlier when he knew everyone was asleep.
The idea that Woody would escape wasn't much of a risk until right about now.
You killed my father!
No, Buzz. I am your father.
No!
Parody note.
Wait, so you do realize that this movie is intentionally parodying Star Wars. So what was all that nonsense at the beginning about then?
Also, this line of toys is a serious ripoff of Star Wars, from the story to their sound effects.
I think the implication is that the Buzz Lightyear franchise has essentially replaced Star Wars in this universe. When The Simpsons has something like Mapple, nobody goes, well, that's just a blatant ripoff of Apple.
It's amazing what transpires to make Woody look exactly the same when he finally gets back into the arms of Andy.
Even if Woody's arm remained intact when they went back to the house, I'm sure Andy would have just assumed that his mom fixed him. Hell, they were able to bring in 2 completely new toys and Andy barely questioned it.
Toy Story 2 steals the flashing camera weapon from Rear Window and that Itchy and Scratchy Land episode of The Simpsons.
When you have to list 2 completely unrelated things that this movie is apparently stealing from, you might have to reconsider whether this actually constitutes stealing.
These toys put great faith in the fact that Andy's mom won't find it weird when Andy mentions this to her.
Okay, I do have to admit, this is something that I have always thought about even when I first watched this movie for the first time as a kid. This sin is deserved.
Oh wow, new toys!
Yeah, a horsey and a girly doll. What's not to love when you like exclusively dude toys and only use Bo Peep when you need a female for Woody to save?
Way to project your own ideals about gender onto this literal child.
Whew! I don't remember eating that. I can't.
Now let's think about this for a second. This is an animated movie about toys coming to life when humans aren't around. But these outtakes tell us they're actually actors pretending to be toys that only come to life when the humans aren't around. Or behind the scenes toys are filming this. No, it's humans filming living toy actors, alright. I think my existentialism just threw me a left uppercut.
Okay, as much as I like these bloopers, I am going to have to add a miss sin on behalf of anyone who has ever believed the Pixar theory.
Isn't this exciting, Heimlich?
Pixar accidentally puts ants in Toy Story 2. DreamWorks is going to be pissed when they find out.
Yeah, well, if DreamWorks has a problem with people blatantly stealing their shit, then they've got another thing coming. The dot in this colon is directly over Buzz's pupil, and it's really creeping me out.